Hey, folks, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Glad to be with you at ats.io, and we're inviting you to check out Adam Burke's podcast throughout the week. I join Adam on Tuesdays. I have a great time. It's great information. I think you really enjoy it. Please do check it out. And we invite you to check out a game this weekend featuring division leaders and actually maybe a playoff preview, as nuts as it's going to sound. Seattle's at Washington, and the Washington football team is in control of the NFC East. What was a joke 8 weeks ago? That division, well, the division is a joke, but the Redskins aren't. They're on a Tootsie Roll. They've won 3 games in a row. Seattle's laying 4.5. Cross-country travel to play this football game. Totals 43.5. Seattle blew out the Jets. Who doesn't? Well, the Raiders. No, but the bottom line is that was a get-well game for Seattle, and specifically Russell Wilson, who really had hit kind of a wall for the last 3 or 4 weeks. MVP candidate for the first half of the season, some bad decisions. Play calling was kind of sketchy at times. But he looked good again. He spread it around. Everybody got involved. You had Metcalf. You had Moore. Swain caught a touchdown. Chris Carson's running the football well. And this defense is getting better with Dunlap and Jamal Adams. But this is a weird game. You're flying cross country to play a Washington team. Did it. I almost did it. The Washington football team, this is a young football team, and they're playing their lungs out, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. And young's the operative word. Chase Young, monster game, dominant against San Francisco. They score a couple of defensive touchdowns. Alex Smith, he's the feel-good story of the year. Managing games, not doing anything to lose games. But the fact the guy's playing football is a remarkable story. Hard not to root for him. And you've got McKissick, who's jumped in for the injured Gibson. McLaurin's a decent little weapon. But you're thinking of Washington as a dead-under team. But they're a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day. Andy Dalton, not a mobile quarterback. They beat the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, solid, great quarterback, not a mobile quarterback. Mullins, a little bit more mobile, but very inconsistent. Russell Wilson's mobility, they're going to get him. They'll corral him. They'll make some plays against him. But his mobility will, at times, extend plays and create something for the Seahawks down the field. I think you see points in this game. I think Smith will have some moments in this game, and they're both feeling their oats. Washington in control of the NFC East now. Seattle trying to keep up atop the NFC West with the Rams. I think it's a weird game that could feature points, even though we're thinking of Washington, this young defensive team, kind of punch you in the mouth with what we saw the last 2 weeks against the Steelers and then San Francisco. I think the Seattle game maybe is a little breath of fresh air where there's points in the game. But it's going to be a fun one. And honestly, there's a real good chance the Redskins win the NFC East. And Seattle's a wild card team. This is a first-round matchup. We'll see what happens in this game. But how many points would Seattle be laying a month from now when it's a playoff game? Because we said the bottom line is you're 0-0 at that point, and the NFC East winner certainly could pull off an upset. But in this game, I think they go up and down the field.